Hello everyone, I'm here to tell you a little bit about Instant Accept and give you a demo of how Instant Accept works with QuickBooks Point of Sale. So this version is Instant Accept Point of Sale. We are configured to work with QuickBooks Point of Sale version 10 to current. So again, that's version 10 to current. The first thing I'm going to do is start in the I Want To screen and show you our settings tab. So under this I Want To button, we have the IAPOS settings. The first thing that comes up is the merchant login. As you can see, you can log in here, save your credentials, change this login information at any point in time. Under the payment tab, this is where you can enable and disable different features. For example, one of them is process payment on card swipe. So basically what that is when you swipe your card, it automatically processes instead of having to click the process button. This last tab over here, the receipt print tab, is a receipt editor to make the receipt look and feel exactly how you want it to look when it prints out from your QuickBooks Point of Sale. So in here you can see you can change the logo, change your merchant information, maybe add a return policy down at the bottom. And the easiest thing to do is if your receipt printer is your Windows default printer, go ahead and choose that option right here as well. Then you can save your settings and go back into your QuickBooks Point of Sale. The next thing I'm going to show you is the Make a Sale screen and how Instant Accept works when you're processing a transaction through this Make a Sale screen in QuickBooks Point of Sale. So in here, you can see we're under the sales receipt. I'm going to go ahead and grab a miscellaneous item and process that transaction. Once you get your sales receipt filled out and all your items on there, you're going to choose credit, you're going to choose your card, and then this is where Instant Accept pops up. This is where you can either key in the card or swipe it. Once you get the card in there, you can click process. Of course, if you have that swipe and process option on, if you swiped it, it would automatically process. Once it's completed, we have this print button to print a receipt. We can close out of here. As you can see, an auth code was posted on here for our references. You can save and print for a secondary receipt, or you can save only to store the transaction. So let's go through that one more time. I'm going to grab one more miscellaneous item. I'm going to choose credit. I'm going to choose my card type. You can key or swipe your card. Click process, or it processes automatically after you swipe. Print a receipt. Close. We're back in our QuickBooks Point of Sale. You see that auth code. You can save and print or save only to store the transaction. Now we're also able to process refunds from this screen as well. I'm going to choose another miscellaneous item here. I'm going to choose to return this item right here. I'm going to click credit, choose my card. Instant Accept pops up again. You can swipe or key in. Either click process, or if you swipe, it would automatically process if you have that option chosen. You can print a receipt for the customer, close. Again, we have an auth code, save and print for another receipt, or save only to store the transaction. You're also able to do voids and refunds from the sales history screen. So you can search for your sales receipt by either typing in the receipt number, scanning the barcode at the bottom of the receipt. There's a couple of different ways to search. Also, if you keep track of your customers, you can type in the customer name in the search field. Now here's one of the transactions that we just did. If I wanted to do a void, I would simply go over and click reverse, choose my cashier, and then it would let me know when the transaction was voided successfully. I can print a receipt from there or just click OK and go back into my QuickBooks. Now you're also able to do refunds from here as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this second receipt that we did. I'm going to click Accept Return. I'm going to choose my items that I want to be returned, add selected items. Now we're back in the sales receipt screen. Now the difference is, though, when I choose credit and I choose my card, I don't actually have to swipe that card again. Since this transaction was processed through Instant Accept originally, and we went through the original receipt that it was processed on, Instant Accept knows what card it was linked to. So you can see the last 4 digits of the card, and you can always verify that with your customer and click Refund. Once it's finished refund, you can be prompted to print. Otherwise, click Close, and you're back in your QuickBooks Point of Sale. Save and print for an additional receipt, or save only to store the transaction. Now I'm going to go back to my home screen and go over the customer orders. Customer orders are supported by Instant Accept. You have a few different ways of using them. There's 3 different ones. We have sales order, layaway order, and work order. Now in QuickBooks, they all look exactly the same. They all work exactly the same. And that's how it works with Instant Accept as well. Now in your QuickBooks point of sale, you'll go ahead and build that sales order, layaway, or work order. I'm going to go ahead and do a sales order. And what you'll do is you're going to choose your items that your customer wants. You're going to choose your customer from the drop-down list here. You can either type in or choose them. And then from there you can save and print to give a copy to the customer, or you can save only. Now this is where it changes a little bit. To accept payment on that sales order, I'm going to want to go to this I Want To tab, and I'm going to want to go to IA Sales Orders. So from here I can either search by choosing the date range, or I can type in the name of the customer, and it'll pop up here. Once you choose the sales order that you want to take a deposit on, you click Take Deposit, you choose your deposit amount, you click OK, and again you're prompted by Instant Accept, and you can either swipe your card or key in. Once you get all of your information in, you click Process. Once it's completed, you can print a receipt for the customer and close out. And as you can see, the deposit was marked on this sales order here. So let's go back into our home screen, and I'm going to go over the last feature that we've added, which is the reporting, under IA Reports on your home screen. Here you can choose a date range, and you can click search, or you can just do 1 day, and it's going to give you a list of all the credit card transactions that you process through Instant Accept. It'll let you know all the refunds you've had, the total of those refunds, all the sales you've had, the total of those sales, as well as your voids and the total of those voids, and at the bottom it'll give you a net sale total. You can print, save as a PDF, or save as an Excel file. This concludes our quick demo of Instant Accept Point of Sale. If you have any questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out to us by email or by phone. Our email is support@instantaccept.com. Again, that's support@instantaccept.com. And our phone number is 855-220-2840. Again, that's 855-220-2840. Thank you for your time today.